Welcome to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast,
where we've flipped the script with our groundbreaking modus operandi to bring you real, relevant, and relatable tactics and techniques to master your own play to win mindset.
Talk about a superpower. It's time to iron your cape.
What we know for sure is what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one is really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
Welcome to the Edge, where playing not to lose is not an option. So I totally have a song going through my head, What Goes Up Must Come Down, which has nothing to do with anything except we're about to talk about elevators.
Now isn't it something with spinning wheels have to go round or?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about elevators, but we're really not going to talk about elevators. But this is what we find in organization. And the bottom line here is that asking yourself the question, are we really truly working on the right problems? Because so often what happens is organizations will work on a problem that they think is the problem, but it's really not the problem. So there's this old Harvard Business Review article that Jen and I got an exercise from. And what it really is about really truly problem framing and reframing versus fixing a problem. So Jen, the context of it is there's this old building and the elevator doesn't work or it's running really, really slow and people are getting pissed, right? They're complaining again and again, the elevator's too slow, the elevator's too slow. And it's just like, okay, great, that's the problem. And we present that as the problem and the elevator's too slow, the tenants are complaining, they don't want to pay their rent, they're, constantly bitching. And we give that as the problem. And we say, okay, how would you as a team fix this problem? And why don't you enlighten our audience, Jen, to what usually comes up initially?
9 times out of 10, I would say the groups come up with, we need to fix the elevator, right? So get a new elevator, call a repair company. How do we fix the elevator?
Correct. And then it's about, oh my gosh, how much money do we have to save? How much money's in the budget? We don't have money in the budget. All those kind of things pop up. However, if you can reframe the problem, that's the way to go at this elevator. So what you want to do here is reframe the problem from the elevator doesn't work to the waiting is annoying, right? They don't like to wait. And it's actually kind of funny. So if you want to check out this article, Google Harvard Business Review, and then just Google the solving the right problem. But I'm going to spoil the ending here for you. The solution to this was what the management company did was instead of spending all this money on fixing the elevator, they reframed the problem by installing mirrors. They put mirrors near the elevator. And they also put hand sanitizer.
This is pre-COVID too.
I think it was pre-COVID too. And the thing is that people get fascinated by being able to actually look at themselves in the mirror. And I think that they might have put music in the lobby as well. But what this really does is it stretches people to look behind the obvious, right? It's not just about fixing the elevator. This is such a cost-effective solution. And here what's happening is we're focusing on the root issue. Is people are impatient. I would be insanely impatient. I would probably play with the hand sanitizer. You, on the other hand, would fix your hair in the mirror.
100%, right? But it is so interesting. So the initial thing people go to is fix what people are complaining about, not why they are complaining about it. So the what is the elevator. The elevator's too slow. The elevator should go faster. But why should it? Well, because I get tired of waiting. Ding, 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 ding.
Sounds like an elevator.
I did, but I think it's so interesting. So often with organizations and teams, you need to be saying, are we solving the right problem? What are we really trying to accomplish here? Our knee-jerk reaction is to focus in this area, but why is that area truly a problem? Because maybe there's something else to be solved.
And that's the key, right? So it's not necessarily finding out what the real problem is, but what it is about seeing if there's a better problem to solve.
Yeah.
So much easier to solve a waiting problem than spending tons of money on a new elevator.
Exactly. And it doesn't mean that the elevator can't be fixed in the long term, right? And when the budget's there or when the timing's right or whatever have you. But it is really about saying, how do we minimize the problem that is here? Because that's the real problem. And then you could also do long term. I love it. So, yeah. So the question is, think about what problem you're trying to solve and then ask yourself, if this wasn't really the problem, what is? And see if that might get you some insight into different approaches and to think out of the box.
And just one real quick thing here, this isn't about putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole either. Because it's not whatever, Band-Aid on a bullet hole, like lipstick on a pig. That's not what this is about. It's about focusing on something else, because that slow elevator isn't going to kill you, right? The slow elevator isn't the thing that's driving you insane. Your waiting is what's driving you insane.
I love it. Very good. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast.
Craving more? Of course you are.
Check out our website at kickstartyouredge.com,
where we fire you up, fan the flames of your competitive edge culture, and ignite your tenacious pursuit of an all-out play to win mindset.